What's up, fight fans? It's time again to bust open my sack and see what we find inside. My mail sack. Each week after Triple THS, I answer questions from you goofy bastards, and I pick the best ones to answer here on the show. Let's do this shit. Tommy Sack. First up, Karan Rupra. What is the meaning of life? Jesus, Karan, thanks for giving me such a light question to start the show. The meaning of life is very simple.
You know what the secret of life is?
No.
This.
Your finger?
Damn right. Next up, Curtis Ludwar. Are you shaving your beard and leaving your mustache for Movember? Curtis, I would shave my beard, but the scientists at Aperture are still trying to find a blade that's strong enough to do the job. This one comes from Jason Adderholt. My first child was born yesterday on Halloween. Should I name her Amy Armbar or Sally Sidechoke? Or just stick with Nora? Wow, congrats, Jason. Being born on Halloween is the childhood equivalent of being upper middle class. Because while the other kids are getting candy just like you're also getting a bunch of presents, so those other kids suck. You can rest assured, Jason, that Nora will be one of the cool kids most of her life. That is assuming you don't change your name to any of those ones you suggested. If you do decide to change your name to Amy Armbar or Sally Sidechoke, prepare for years of questions from little Amy and a deep resentment that will last until she's old enough to move to the other side of the country. Trust me, little Gabby Gogoplata still doesn't talk to me. Congrats again. Next up, Chris Roach. The fuck are you looking at? You got a problem? Easy there, Chris. On a scale of 1 to crazy, you just went Busey on my ass. Dan Brown. If the moon was made of barbecue spare ribs, would you eat it? I know I would. Well, Dan, I didn't know in addition to writing stories about Tom Hanks going on Judeo-Christian scavenger hunts, you also announce Cubs games. This one's from Chuck Adams. If I get a tattoo of you on my back, can I come on the show, and what are the exact measurements of your arms? Chuck, that is an awesome idea. If you get a tattoo of me on your back, I will gladly post a picture of your crazy ass on the show. Keep in mind, though, every time you go to the pool, people are going to want to know why you got a fucking tattoo of Kimbo Slice on your back. Also, keep in mind that by the time you're 80, I will look a lot more like Cranky Kong from Donkey Kong Country. If you can accept those things, go for it. Oh, and my arms are 22 inches. In radius. This one's from Troy McCall. Who has the best and worst tattoos in the UFC? The answer to both of your questions is the exact same. Alan Belcher's Kim Jong-il Johnny Cash tattoo. Jared Brown, my question's still in your inbox. That is true, Jared. Unfortunately, I cleared my inbox like a gigantic dumbass, but I believe it had something to do with my thoughts on fighter insurance, and I'm all for fighters starting their own insurance company. They could totally just rip off farmers, too, for the theme song. We are fighters. Dum 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 dum. Oh, you meant insuring fighters. No, that's a terrible idea. That would be like insuring Wile E. Coyote. That motherfucker gets hit with way too many anvils to be insured. Daryl Capo. If you had a chance to take a trip to the moon with one fighter, who would it be and why? Bunch of moon questions this week. If I could take a trip to the moon with one fighter, Daryl, it would be the fighter who knew the most about astrophysics, had the ability to pilot a spacecraft, and could fucking tell me why the fuck we're on the moon together. So, Bob Sapp. This one's from Ryan English. Why doesn't Tarzan have a beard? Yeah, Ryan, there's a bunch of fucking plot holes in that story. Like why the apes didn't just kill his goofy ass when they first found him. I mean, if I leave 100 babies out in the jungle, I'm guessing about 100 of those babies are not going to be raised by fucking apes. They're going to get eaten by a cougar or some other predator. Not Tarzan, or should I say John Clayton, since, you know, the apes use their language to name him Tarzan. That's right. Let's all just sit back and think about how fucking stupid the story of Tarzan is. Ah, this is nice. Jacob Wixt. How long before Disney buys Zuffa? The scarier question is how long until Disney buys me?
What's up, fight fans?
This one's from Mr. Marbles. Since your arms are so freakishly long, how much of a pain is it to wipe your ass? It's actually a lot easier than you think. All I gotta do is hit E on my keyboard and use the eraser tool to clean up all the shit. Photoshop joke. This one comes from Zeus. If you could have the Spider Goat fight anyone in history, who would it be and how would that fight go? Well, nobody in history is gonna give Silva a good fight, so I'm going for the most hilarious and emotionally scarring. I wanna see Silva fight his idol Michael Jackson. Think about it. Jackson's dancing his ass off, Silva crying the whole time. I'd buy that pay-per-view. Okay, last question of the day comes from Mr. Macfisto. What female MMA person is Tommy Tohold most smitten over? You know, who you'd like to have join you in the sack. Sonya Blade. That chick would get it. That's all I got for you. If I didn't answer your question, tell your friends I did and they'll believe you. Be sure to check out Triple THS every Wednesday here on YouTube. Enjoy the weekend, fight fans. See you next week.